Hi, welcome to December's look of the month. We are going to do a holiday glamour look. I let everybody vote, and that's what they wanted to do. We're going to go ahead and get started. And got my holiday sweater on here for you. I have on, from Mary Kay Girls, I've got on a wineberry cheek color, a little bit of contour, and then scarlet red lipstick. Really, really pretty. Don't be afraid of red lipstick. It's all about, your undertone and how things change on your lips. So feel free to try them all. If you're a Mary Kay girl and you're not quite sure which red lipstick to start with, I love Midnight Red on everybody. Okay, so just a little tip for you. So again, y'all chose the holiday glamour look. So we're going to be using this palette. It is Biscotti, Crystalline, Granite, and Onyx. Okay, so those are the colors we're going to use today. And like I said, I've already got everything on. I have my transition color right here. If you've never watched my videos, I always put a transition color between my eyeball and my brow. You can see there it doesn't go all the way up because this helps and it's always a neutral color. So sometimes I'll do like a light pink. Today I obviously chose a brown, and that will help the colors transition up. And I apologize, I did not get my hair done yet. Okay. So first we're going to start with Granite, okay? And if you are not sure where to start with your eye colors, we've got oodles of colors. And if you're shopping around for one that's great for you, try Granite. It is kind of like a brown, pink, silver, gray. And so it really is flattering on everybody, even fair skin like I have. Okay, so I'm going to start with, which brush do I want? I'm going to start with our crease brush because I want a little bit more condensed color with the Granite. And the more condensed your bristles are, the more color you'll get on the spot that you put it on. Now I'm going to kind of divide my eye into thirds, okay? And that Granite is going to go right in that middle section, all right? So here we go. And again, it kind of depends on what you're wearing. I need my mirror. I can't do this in the camera. It kind of depends on what you're wearing as to what the Granite looks like. And I'm going to come up all the way to that crease. So I'm setting that right above my eyeball, like you can see there. I'm going to start with a little to kind of see how much I want. It is holiday glamour, so I'm going to probably end up going a little bit heavier than I normally would. Yeah, I need more, right? So something that I really love about our Chroma Fusion eye colors is that they're buildable. So if you feel like you love the color, but you want a little bit more, I don't know, I can't think of a phrase. If you want a little more color on that spot, you just want it more intensified, you can just pile on top of it. Okay, isn't it such a pretty color? Again, it goes with everything. And I've never put it on anyone that it looked bad on. So it's a great spot to start. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to actually do, and this is optional because it is holiday glamour, I'm definitely going to add eyeliner, but not everyone likes eyeliner. So if you don't like eyeliner, you can skip this step, totally fine. For those of us who love eyeliner, I almost always will recommend that you go with a brown, like a deep brown, if you have blue eyes or green eyes, because it just helps to pull the color out, but it still gives you the dark look to make your lashes look thicker. So for this look though, because it's more intense, my words aren't coming today, I apologize. I'm actually going to use a black. All right. So there's no huge rule about eyeliner except that if you do the bottom, you have to do the top. And also don't pull your eyelid to apply it, okay? So if you do the top, you can do it without the bottom, but never just do your bottom because you don't want it to pull your eye visually down and look tired. We don't need help with that, right? Most of us don't. All right. So you want your line to be thinner in here, getting a little bit thicker as you go out. And I'm going to show you something in a minute. But we're going to kind of just let that go for now. And we're going to do the other eye. And you can see I'm just doing little tiny strokes to connect all together. Doesn't have to be one swoop. I will tell you, if you're new to eyeliner, just takes practice. The more you do it, the better you get. Keep it as close to your lashes as possible. Okay, so good enough for now. All right, so now I'm actually going to come out here and I'm going to make this outer part thicker so that we can zhuzh it up a little bit. And then I'm going to be ready with our smudger brush, because this smudger brush, I'm going to come in with the onyx color, the black eye color, and I'm going to smudge it out with that. Okay, so just watch the magic. So again, if you don't have that eyeliner on, no big deal. You're still going to put your onyx in the same spot. So I've got a lot of space between my lashes and my brows. So I'm going to use it up and make a big, thick line out there. And I just want to kind of smudge it out a little bit. You've got about 10 to 12 seconds between when you put on your eyeliner and when it dries, and it's not going to move anymore. Okay, so that's why I was like, you got to be ready. And then I'm going to bring it from that corner up into this crease right here, right above my eyeball. Okay. It kind of looks like this. And then I'm going to fill that in. And I need some more on the side because I just put it on my tip. Okay. Now, in case you've not watched my other videos, I'll tell you, there is an imaginary line from the corner of your nose to the corner of your eye to the corner of your brow. And so that is where your eye color should stop. You can see from here it looks fine, right? So always turn your head, and you can see I've got a little bit of a gap there. So I want to make sure that I get that filled in. Always turn your head to apply your eye color. Okay, now it's filled in. And if I was really going to wear this to a party, I would probably bring it up a little bit higher. Okay, so there's that. Now repeat on the other side. It's always the repeat that's tricky, right? Because you got to make it look the same. Okay, so I'm just going to start a little bit higher. And then I'm going to fill that in. All right, now I'm going back in with my smudger brush. And I'm just going to smudge that out. If you skipped the eyeliner part, you're just going to start out here on the corner and you're going to make your onyx go in this area where your eyeliner is, okay? So you're going to do it the same. This just kind of helps to give it a little bit more depth and drama when you've got that color underneath it. So if you're my Mary Kay client, or you don't have a Mary Kay client, you can always comment below for complimentary samples on my color looks. If you do have your own Mary Kay consultant, please, I don't know, did I say client earlier? If you do have your own Mary Kay consultant, contact her. She can hook you up with samples to try any of the looks that I do out here on my channel. Okay, so we're pretty even. Now with the onyx, you do have to be a little bit more precise. Okay, and then I'm going to go up because you don't want to have that white space there. So I'm actually going to go up into my lashes with my eye pencil. So I'm not going to get on my waterline. Maybe if I do this, it'll help. I'm going to get up into my lashes. You see, I'm not getting in my waterline. You just want to be careful getting things in your on your water lines because it transfers bacteria really easily. Some people love it. I do it on occasion, but you just have to be really careful and make sure your tools are clean. So I'll show you the difference when I'm done here. And this, again, this is a step you don't have to do. You can use your onyx color to do this. I just wanted the more drama of the eyeliner pencil. Okay. Now you can definitely see that this eye looks more, this lash line looks more full than this lash line because I took time to fill that in. And just got a stubborn spot right there. Didn't want to take it. And there I messed it up a little bit. That's okay. We'll fix it. Going back in over here. It doesn't normally take me this long. I'm usually much more careless. But since y'all are watching, I thought I better be doing a good technique right here, right? I would love to know if you ladies have any other looks you'd like to see, any other colors you'd like to see. I did vote in my VIP group and on Instagram, and this was the look you chose for December. So you can comment here with any other things you've ever wondered about, any questions you might have. I have been in the beauty business for 17 years and really, really love makeup. You won't usually find a whole lot of trendy new things on my channel. I mostly stick to the classic things because that's what I prefer. Once in a while I'll bring you a new tip, but yeah. Okay, so there we've got that. Now I'm going to go back to this brush that we use for our granite. You can see that there's still some on there. And I'm going to try to pull this gray into the granite just a little bit more to blend them. Okay, not a whole lot, doesn't really need a ton. And don't forget to, ladies, like when I get really close to the camera, you can see all the imperfections, but you're normally talking to someone like an arm's distance away. So you don't have to be perfect with everything. Like you can see, these lines are not perfect. It's okay. All right. So I am going to go back with the big fluffy brush that I put this brown on, and you'll see why it's a transition color. So I'm just going to gently soften this up to blend it together. I'm applying barely any pressure. And I've got that brown transition color there, so it just kind of works in and softens up. See, isn't that nice? And you know, if you love it a little bit more bold, you don't have to do this. I prefer mine a little more blended. There have been times I've left it a little bit more bold. Just depends on my mood and it depends on the occasion. Okay. All right. So I think I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. And I'm going to come in. This is our all over eye color brush. All right. And I am going to use the crystalline. Okay, so it's Glamour. We want a lot of shimmer. So let me show you this little trick. I'm taking our finishing spray. I'm just gonna squirt it on my brush. I'm gonna pick up that crystalline color. So it's got the shimmer in it. And I'm just gonna pop it on that inner third. So do you kind of see how my eyes divided into three? We did 1, 2, and 3. But you never want it to really, well, I shouldn't say never. You rarely want them to look like separate colors. You usually want it to be like a graduation of color. Okay. So popping that right in there. And there's so many things you can do with makeup, period. But this look especially, you could really make it a lot more bold if you wanted to. You could make this darker. You could bring it up a little bit higher. You can bring it down. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Down here to kind of like smoke it up. So there's a lot you can do with this look. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get a coat of mascara on my top lashes. So if you're ever using an eyelash curler that is not heated, you want to make sure you use it without mascara. Okay, it always goes first, because if you have the mascara on, it'll grab and pull and it can ruin your lashes. So you just kind of crimp it at the base and then you walk it out gently. And then don't drop your mirror. Sorry, my office is kind of a mess back here because I've just did a Pink Friday sale and we've got a community project that we're doing right now. So my first coat of mascara, I absolutely adore our Panorama mascara because it's got these little tiny bristles that grab those little tiny corner hairs, or lashes, I guess I should say. Are lashes hair? It's an interesting question, I wonder. We always just call them lashes. Does anybody say the hair on your eyes? Oh my. With this look, I would almost definitely wear false lashes just for something fun. False lashes are sometimes faster than mascara. They're really, really easy once you learn how to do them. I was terrified of them until about 3 or 4 years ago. Tried them for the first time. Now I'm addicted. So yeah, especially because I have teeny tiny lashes. All right, next eye. So I'm just squeezing it in at the base and walking it out. And then going back into the base. I will do my hair and take an after picture for you when I'm done. All right, you gotta tell me, are you afraid of red lips? Because that's another thing I used to be afraid of. I have played with makeup since I was young, but I never could find a good red lip. And it really depends on your pH balance, okay? Everyone has a different pH balance in their lips and it makes things change color. So you and I could wear the same color and it could look completely different. So you can see my red actually turns a touch pink. So after I have it on for a while, I usually go back and I do a second coat to kind of pop the red a bit more. Man, my lashes are so tiny. Good thing we got good mascara. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry. And I'm gonna come back to that smudger brush that we used for the onyx color. And I'm just gonna get a little bit on the tip And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come underneath my lashes, again, not on the waterline, but under my lashes. And I'm just going to kind of smoke this up a little bit, okay? Until only about 2/3 of the way in, and just real lightly with your ring finger. Anytime you use your, work in your eye area, you want to use your ring finger, okay? Kind of smokes it up a little bit. You can make this more dramatic if you want to. You can connect these. Most people will want to connect these. I actually have a downturned eye, so the makeup artist said don't connect here. It will help your eye look lifted. Okay, so that's why I don't do it. Unless I really want to have a really strong smoky look, then I will connect them. And again, that's the great thing about makeup. You can kind of do whatever you want. There are a few hard and fast rules about makeup, okay? So just have fun. All right, and then the last thing that we're gonna do, the last color, we're gonna just bring in this biscotti color between the transition color and the brow. Or if you don't have a transition color, you're just gonna bring it between your black and your brow. It is a matte color, you'll notice, and I'm just gonna bring that in right here. A little bit of highlight in this spot isn't required, if that's a good word, but it is really helpful to help your eye look lifted and your look to be more awake, okay? So it does make a big difference. And then once you get your eyes on, you might find, oh, I actually need some more cheek color because my eyes are stealing the show, or you know, you might need some more lips to make it look a little bit more dramatic, or you might go in and you might darken the black. Whatever you want is fine. You're allowed to do that. So I hope that this has helped you kind of just get a good idea of the placement of the colors and giving you some good ideas for how to zhuzh up your holiday makeup. I love that finishing spray tip with your shimmer color because it really helps it to, like, you can, like, it's so shimmery, you can really help it pop. And if I'm being honest, I would probably bring that granite down here as well, just on this inner corner. I don't have the brush right in front of me, but I would most definitely do that just to bring that granite because it's so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? And again, I could definitely bring this up higher if I want to, and that's okay. Just a little more dramatic that way. Now I have to even them up. So play around, have fun. If you have any questions, drop them below. Don't be afraid to ask anything. It's not a stupid question, especially if you're new to makeup. I like to try to make it as easy as possible. This is really hard to do in the camera. I like to try to make makeup as easy as possible. So, you know, if you've got questions, feel free to ask. I would love to answer them for you. And would love it if you decide to give me a follow, and then you'll be notified anytime there is a new video. All right, thanks for watching. Mwah.